That was my favorite thing too. Is this episode is quickly turning into the isms of one's ready and things that make us mad. You know what really grinds my gears? When I was an instructor, the number one pet peeve I had is when I would ask a direct, simple question and I would not get a direct, simple answer. I'd be like, hey, why did you run from here to there? All right, so Sergeant, here's the thing, right? I grew up in a pretty rough and tumble town, okay, and like. My mom was a single mom, and there was a lot of times that I didn't really know how to like process stuff. So when I was sitting here, like that really informed my. I'm like, I'm just asking you why you ran from point A to point B. Tell me why you ran from point A to point B. All right. So earlier in the briefing, right, when I said I was going to pull here, and it would just make me so mad. Like, why did you run from here to there? Oh, I thought it would better for a shooting position. Oh, okay, tight. Like half the time I'm just asking you to ask like, what was your thought process? I don't need your monologue of your entire life to tell me a simple answer. That made me so mad. so mad.
I like to go down the rabbit hole why. And we've talked about it. Like the students will give you an answer, like, or it's the opposite. You're like, why'd you do that? They're like, because I thought it'd be better. I'm like, why?
Oh, yeah, but why?
Yeah, because I thought it would be like the shooting position looked like it was a better place to shoot from. Why? Like,
that's my favorite part.
Like 2 questions deep.
Yeah, exactly.
So
they're only one question deep. I actually had
you, and this so like Aaron, like a year and a half later in the pipeline is like, why'd you do that? They're like, oh crap. So here's the full background.
Well, once I was a little boy.
I actually had a student one time look at me. It was one of the funniest interactions I ever had, and it was like FTX, like everybody been up forever. I was evaluating somebody, so at the final training exercise or the final evaluation phase for Kirtland, there is it's just like 14 straight days of mission after mission after mission, and you're getting evaluated, sometimes twice a day, and it gets to be pretty intense. But no kidding, it was one of these things where I just walked up to the student. I can't remember what question I asked him, but I was like, hey, why did you do X? And he told me, and I was like, okay. And then I went like one step further, and I was like, okay, well, using your answer, then what do you think about this? And he looked at me and he goes, I got to be honest with you. I didn't think that you were going to ask a follow on, and I don't have anything for that. And I just laughed. I was like, "That's fair enough, dude."
Okay.
It was one of the team leaders, right? So it was one of the enlisted guys. I was like, "Hey, why did you make your team do this as opposed to do that?" And he was like, "Oh, this is the situation I had, so I made this choice." And I was like, "Oh, okay, but did you think about that?" And he goes, "I got to be honest with you, no, I didn't, because I didn't think any more than one layer deep." And I just laughed, and I just wrote a note in my book. I was like, "All right, fair enough." It just went on.
That's a pass.
Oh,
that is a pass. That's a solid pass, because at least if you try to happy talk your way through a scenario, if you try to just like kill it with words, a bunch of wrong words isn't going to make me think you're right. You're not going to fool me into the answer. I'm not going to be like, oh boy, he used a lot of syllables. I think this guy really knows what's going on. Like, if you just look at me and go, I don't know why I'm here, I got to be honest with you. I would walk up to people that would be pulling security, because there's always the one dude that gets stuck on rear security while the entire problem is going on. I just walk up to that guy and be like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, honestly, I don't know, man. I'm just looking at this thing here, and I'm supposed to shoot anybody. And I'm like, all right, well, security set.